Hey, what's up, Roxstars? It's Rox with a little bit of talk about what's at the top of the blogs. So let's get to it. I say I'm gonna take some time off, y'all.
All the cashiers, they was like, somebody stole her truck. It's like you could hear it all throughout the store.
This Rox coming to you today with a review for Love and Marriage Detroit, Love and Marriage Huntsville, our book 4, Real Housewives of Atlanta. Let's get to it, shall we? All right, you guys, first story up. So let's talk about the Caresha Please episode. I don't know if this was the first episode of season 2 or if this was just like a little special thing where Caresha felt like she wanted to get some things off of her chest. Now, Caresha, also known as Young Miami from the City Girls, you guys know that she's kept a pretty low profile since all that shit came out with Puffy. I would too, because who needs that kind of drama in their life? Even with her keeping a low profile, she still was pulled into a lot of stuff when it came to Puffy, undeservedly so. I mean, she was not around in the 90s and the 2000s, and I mean, at least let Miami tell it. This man is different from the man that everybody else is talking about when they talk about the things that Puffy has seen. I think it's clear that Puffy, while it is hard to hide some of those ways, you know, especially those ways that's kind of like hardwired in Puffy, the egomaniac, the power driven and, you know, extremely rich and all that. Like, some of those things is just who he is. But I think that Puffy does have a talent at hiding some of the very darker parts of himself from people when he doesn't want them to see it. Now, I'm not saying that he did that to my Young Miami, but there are people who will hands down say, I never saw him do any of that. And then there are others that just be like, how did you not see it? This nigga was up here just wilding all the time. Because I think that Puffy has the dual type of personality where he can shut some of that stuff down. You know, he knows when he can and can't do that. Like Denzel said, baby, you got to lead a party before the devil show up. Okay? The party is all good until the devil get there, then it's time to go. Okay, so that's probably what's going on. Anyway, Caresha finally does talk on her platform. She said that this is where she felt the safest. I watched it because it was only 33 minutes, and I was like, thank you, Jesus, because, honey, I can't do these 2-hour interviews. Okay, and I surely can't do 2-hour interviews of Caresha and Saucy Santana. I mean, I love them, but y'all been trying to get Caresha's... I've been trying to get... Oh, Jada... That damn Jada calls me every fucking time. Hold on, y'all. Make sure she off the phone, child. That Jada, woo-wee. She sure not. It wasn't nothing stressful today, thank God. But anyway, I've been trying to get Caresha's voice down for the longest. I can't do it, but, you know, she kind of talks, you know, like, she talks like through her nose, and, you know, she kind of has like a Florida accent, so she talks fast and they cut off letters at the end. You guys know how it goes, you know. But yeah, I couldn't do anything longer than a 33-minute interview with her and Saucy Santana. Now, it was a good interview for whatever it's worth. I don't know if she said anything new, because we already knew that her and JT had basically grown apart. You know, they had already put out that information that Young Miami had said that they weren't clicking and connected anymore. So her talking about that in the interview wasn't anything new. It was clear that these two are not together anymore. I mean, nobody has officially said City Girls is broken up, but it's just sort of like they just kind of just went their separate ways. You know, we knew that she's in Miami, JT is in LA, all of that. Okay, now, I think the only thing that I didn't know, you guys probably did know because, you know, y'all follow her closer than I do. But I didn't know that she didn't know that JT was working on her own album. Okay. And yeah, I guess that would make me feel away. I'm not going to lie. That would make me feel away if I had a partner that I was in a business with together and they went out and started another business somewhere and didn't let me know. I would have a problem with that. So that's understandable. But, some of the reasons why JT probably did that and what she had talked about in the interview was the fact that people were saying that she had made Diddy her brand. And she had started to get so focused on what she was doing over there with Diddy and all, that she kind of let City Girls go to the wayside. Now, she explained why she let City Girls go. You know, the fact that she didn't feel like they was connecting. They weren't making any money. They weren't really working. They weren't really even working together, only when they're on stage. You know, they had just grew apart so much that, you know, she started to focus on other things. But of course, we didn't know that. So when we saw her just always being with Puffy, it started to be about just Caresha and Puffy and not about City Girls and all that. I can appreciate somebody that's trying to diversify and trying to do all kind of things, because, you know, in this day and age, things are so fickle. You need to have multiple streams of income, because when one thing gets shot to hell, you might still have this over there. So it's very smart for her to do that. However, when she said that she was not making Diddy her brand, I said she might not have been making that decision to make him her brand, but she was headed that way, because it started to be that anytime you heard of Young Miami, Puffy was somewhere in that conversation too, you know. So yeah, he was a very large part of her brand. It was very clear that Puffy took a liking to her and was pushing for her. Whether or not he was making calls and doing all that, just the relationship that those two had made people want to deal with Caresha, probably more than they would have had she not been with Puffy. Oh, that bitch still working this office. I don't know if you guys remember from years and years and years ago, there's this girl that used to work in our office. I was like, she is just a bitch. She just does not like me for no reason. And now I see her coming out the building. She must not work here no more. She got a, she must. She got a tank top and all. Anyway, y'all, I'm getting off track. So, but it was interesting to me when she said that they have fallen in love with each other. And that, even though we clearly could see that at least that they really have feelings for each other, but they were still pushing it on us that, oh no, this ain't nothing more than we just having fun. Okay, and he can do what he want to do and she can do what she want to do. Now it's, no, we were in love with each other. Okay, interesting to me. But anyway, what else did she talk about? Let me look at my notes. She talked about the fight that JT had on the internet with Cardi B, and how Saucy asked her why she didn't get involved, and she was like, listen, I'm always gonna fight for my girl. Like, if some shit is going down, that's where she come from. That's how it's always been. You know, she gonna make sure she enter the fight. Okay. However, this time she didn't, because first of all, she didn't even know about this song that was made. They was over there arguing and fussing about it. She came into the story late, you know, let her tell it. She woke up late that day, and then she got on Twitter and saw that going on. And it was just sort of like, I didn't even know anything. I didn't get invited onto the song, so I didn't even know none of that was going on. She was like, that had absolutely nothing to do with me. Why should I argue with her? Okay, why should I argue for JT with Cardi B? All right, so yeah, that might have been a little petty approach. Like, oh, girl, I'm not getting involved in that. I mean, y'all didn't even bother to ask me anything. So why should I get the fighting? I mean, I understand that part. Okay. But other than that, I know I've seen a lot of people that are saying she didn't take much accountability for, you know, what happened. I just, you know, I feel sorry for Young Miami, because, you know, like I've told you guys, she attached her hitch to the wrong caboose. And just as easily as you going up, you know, you can come slamming back down. And I did feel sorry for her when she said the people that she thought would be there for her were not there for her. Nobody would help her. Nobody was calling to check on her, except for Saucy. You know, that's like her true friend, she feels. But she was like, you know, everybody was just sort of like, aha, girl, you thought. And I think that people felt that way is because Young Miami, her personality is a bit in your face and just sort of like, yeah, I got this nigga, he rich and he can do this for me and he can do that for me. You know, I don't deal with niggas that don't have this. And, you know, that was already what her brand was, being a city girl, you know. So I think it's just natural for people to just be like, ah, girl, you didn't quite think that one out, you know, and kind of laugh at it. But at the end of the day, this is her real life. So I'm sure it's been very, very difficult for her. And, but yeah, the interview was just, She did get a little touchy when he was asking her about JT. It was clear she didn't want to keep talking about that. But I did feel sorry for her when she just started off crying, because she was just saying how hard it's been. Ultimately, she said she feel like she lost her personality. And so I guess she was just saying she kind of feel like she lost herself in all of that, because it was just sort of, and I feel like that is because everybody's still, you know, Puffy is gone. You know, she said that she decided that she was going to break up with Puffy because, you know, she just can't be involved in all of that. But if you was in love with somebody, I'm sure it's very hard to turn off them feelings for anybody, you know. So she probably just feels like she was in like this kind of zone that was just like, what the fuck is going on? Like, really, how did all this happen? Things was going so smoothly at first until it wasn't. Okay, so I mean, the interview was cool. I mean, the interview was what it was. I mean, I just, what did you guys think about the interview? Did you feel like you learned anything new? Okay. I don't feel like she needs to keep on talking about it, though, because it's just sort of like, girl, I mean, it ain't nothing you can do. I mean, that shit was with Puffy. Okay, not you, so ain't much you can do about it. Anyway, y'all let me know what you thought about the video, the interview, her and Saucy. I see that Saucy did take up for her even afterwards and says, you know, she's damned if she do it, she damned if she don't. If she speak out, y'all got something to say. If she don't speak out, y'all got something to say. And I was like, yeah, well, that's true. That's the nature of the beast, though. That's how media goes. You know, people want you to say something, and then there's people who tired of you saying something and all that. You know, it's just kind of how it goes. But I did feel pretty bad for old Young Miami. I just feel like, girl, that didn't work out for you. It didn't work out for you. But she seems to still have her head on her shoulders, and, you know, she knows what she wants as far as her business is concerned. So maybe she can still turn it around. Maybe Puffy can still pull some strings from, you know, behind the scenes, you know, maybe. I mean, she's still at Revolt. They're starting a season 2 of Caresha Please. She says she still has her card game, you know, the drink shots or answer the question. It's like a form of truth or dare. Either you tell the truth or you take a shot if you don't want to answer the question, you know. So she has her card game. What is that? Caresha Reloaded. What is the name of the game? Y'all know what the name of the game is. Anyway, y'all let me know what you thought about the interview. Did you feel like Saucy was too nice? Or did you get the answers that you wanted? Leave all that below. All right, you guys, our boy Nev Schulman. Y'all know who Nev is from Catfish. We've loved Nev for a long time, you guys. Watched Catfish from the documentary, and then it was turned into a TV show, and, you know, many years. We've got many viral moments from that show. I loved seeing Nev on Dancing with the Stars. I mean, just so talented, and who would have ever thought it, you know, that he was amazing on that show. Okay. But they say that Nev had a bicycle accident, you guys, recently, and broke his neck. It wasn't a life-ending neck break, thank God for that, but apparently he was leaving his home to go get his child. I guess he has a 5-year-old. Did he say 5? Or am I just lying? He has a kid that's in school, and school was out, so he was on his way there to pick up the kid on his bike, and didn't make it to the school because he got hit by a truck and his neck was broken. Okay, that he's posted pictures and stuff of him in the hospital, pictures of the x-ray of where the neck breakage is, you know, him having the whole apparatus on his neck and all, and just saying how grateful he is that he's still here. Thank God that he hadn't made it to his son and he got hit by a truck with his son on the bike. And just, you know, he's starting to realize how precious life is. I mean, I would imagine so. When you are staring at your mortality in the mirror, you know, why are we on the bike and we picking up the kid? Okay, I mean, I get it. These things don't happen often. The chances are you're going to make it to the school fine and everything. But when we have a child, can we just be in a car? I don't want you to be on no motorcycle. I don't want you to be on no bike, no electric bike, no scooter, none of that. Let's be in the car, okay? Because of this very reason. You just don't never know. And with Mr. riding a motorcycle all the time, honey, I'm telling you, it is not safe. I mean, every time I turn around, somebody in, you know, one of the people that Mr. knew gets into some life-ending accident. So many people I can't even name to you. Okay, so let's just keep the babies safe and let's just put them in the car. I mean, of course, hindsight is 20/20. Let's hope that the man ain't gonna do it again. But I'm happy to hear that he is recovering, expecting to have a full recovery. He said that there were some issues with his hand movement for a while there, so they weren't sure what was going to go on with his hands. But as far as him being paralyzed, he's not paralyzed. He's still able to walk. And like I said, they expect him to recover fully. Okay. But yeah, so prayers up for old Nev out there. Y'all shoot one up for your boy. Make sure that he make it. And please be careful. But we have heard a lot about bike accidents. I mean, Simon, what's his name? Simon from American Idol. Simon Cowell had a bike accident. His whole face different. Because he didn't had to have all kind of shit go on with it. He didn't had surgeries and everything because of that accident. Gordon Ramsay, he recently had an accident, a bike accident or something like that. Now we got Nev. There was some other chick from Vampire Diaries. She had a bike accident. Yeah, get in the car. Okay? Quit fucking with them bikes. Next story. All right, you guys. So, update on the Young Thug YSL trial. Because you guys know I'm your favorite correspondent. Actually, I don't follow it close enough to be a correspondent. But let's just talk about Woody. I think they call him Woody. I think it seems like it's YSL Woody. But I think that he actually is Woody. Okay? I might be wrong about that, y'all. But anyway. Oh, Woody was a star witness because apparently the police had been harassing him, pulling him over. Every time they would see him, they would be asking him questions like, you know, why are you here? Is Thug, okay, according to Woody, that they would be asking him like, you know, I'm sorry, y'all, my camera died, my phone died. I need to do better, y'all. Anyway. So apparently the police was harassing him and trying to jam up Young Thug by getting him to admit or to say that Young Thug was the reason why he was finding himself in... What's going on with this thing? Can y'all see me? I was frozen on the screen for there. The man is trying to say that the police was basically asking him, did Young Thug tell you to do this? Did Young Thug send you here? Did Young Thug? He said it was obvious that they was trying to get Young Thug. So he started to tell them whatever it was that they wanted to hear because he was tired of them harassing him. He knew that Young Thug didn't do anything and that they couldn't really even charge him for anything. So he figured, yeah, I'll go on and put it on Young Thug, and once I'm out y'all hair, then you guys will realize I was lying, but I ain't standing there in front of you. So he said that they kept on doing it over and over and over again. So he started to just tell the police what it was that they wanted to hear. And that no, in reality, Young Thug hadn't told him to do any of the things. You know, he took the blame for the stuff that he said that he did. And he never really put anything on Young Thug while he was in court. I know a lot of people was just like, how is he just in court saying all this and not getting in trouble for it? Well, he's been granted immunity. So that is the only reason why he is coming clean on this and basically saying that Atlanta Police Department and all these different surrounding county police departments have been harassing him, trying to place blame on Young Thug. Another reason why, you know, the defense is asking for a mistrial, because it was clear that there was an agenda, at least let the defense tell it, that it was clear that's an agenda out there to get Young Thug. That is pretty much all they want to get, is Young Thug. We know that because they've let half of the people that they pulled in on that RICO charge, they didn't let half of them go. Some of them got immunity. We got people like Woody in there telling his side of the story, you know. But it was funny if you guys saw him in court. You know, the lady was asking him a question. He was like, okay, this is what had happened. I would be out somewhere and they would ask me, what are you doing here? Did Thug send you here? And I was just like, yeah. I said, Thug sent me here. Because I knew that. You better tell that story, Mr. Man. That damn case is such, and we only talking about the stuff that we see, the clips that go viral. But I bet as a whole, being up in that courtroom and listening to all that's going on, that is a fucking shit show over there. And it's amazing to me that they continue this trial when they've been trying to get a mistrial. Now, a mistrial might get declared, but a mistrial does not mean that they might let Young Thug out. Okay? Young Thug could still sit his ass up in jail until they start up another case. I don't know. That don't seem like that would be fair, considering he's been in jail for over a year now and ain't nothing happened. But from what I understand, that could be the case. Like, he could still be in jail. It could still drag it on even further. So I guess if they declared a mistrial, they would probably try to get it so that the man is released. Because at this point, everybody is just like, let him go. Let him go. Y'all can't prove nothing. Then what we doing here but spending the tax people money? And it's clear that there's been a lot of improper things that have happened when it comes to that trial on the prosecution side. Okay, so yeah, but that's the update on that. I was like, child, that is a damn mess over there. I know this is not going to be a good case on Fannie's resume, and this was like one of her this was like a case that she made a big deal about, and had a lot to say. Now, honey, we don't even see Fannie no more. That child don't even try to attach herself to this case any longer, But we know that she ultimately is at the head of this, so ain't a good look, y'all. Anyway, let me move on to the next story. Child, somebody please tell me. First of all, the Hollywood Unlocked Awards had no idea that it was a thing, okay? Actually, they're called the Hollywood Unlocked. They were called the Hollywood Unlocked Impact Awards. And, Jason, who's not my favorite person, is the one who has turned Hollywood Unlocked into, it's a big deal. It's getting up there with TMZ. Ain't quite made it to TMZ level, but the fact that he had the support of all these different celebrities there, they doing just fine, you guys. They doing just fine over there. Anyway, they gave Jonathan Majors the Perseverance Award. Now, I thought this award ceremony happened a while ago. I don't know why this video is making its rounds on social media, because we had seen that he had won the Perseverance Award. Remember, we saw him crying, Ayanla give him the hug and all of that, right? Well, child, apparently the speech that he gave at the Perseverance Award has made itself public. And it's going around, and Jonathan was overcome with emotions of love and affection that he has for his girlfriend Megan Good. Okay, I said he found his Coretta. That damn Jonathan got up there and forgot that he wasn't acting as a civil rights activist in 1968, because honey, that damn Jonathan got up there, he was just like, oh Megan, I love you so much. I love you so much. You done did so much. You done carried me through many a nights, and I love you with all my heart. And then the nigga got to singing. I was just like, boy, y'all gonna let this man back in or what? That damn Jonathan don't know what to do, y'all. He don't know what to do. Y'all, he dancing on the Soul Train line. He crying about his woman. He said he was so heartbroken when he found out that he wasn't gonna be in the Marvel movie no more. It just, everything. And he was just overcome. And I was just like, y'all gonna let him back in? Okay. He was not found guilty on anything other than a misdemeanor. What did he get? A misdemeanor assault and harassment charge on old girl Grace Jabari. Okay. And of course, we did see the video of him running from her. And I'm just like, well, when is it that the suspect runs from the victim? Okay. So we all kind of felt like it was bullshit. However, we know, we've had plenty of folks say that Jonathan been a menace out there in them streets and that shit just caught up with him. So I don't know. But he was overcome, y'all. He loved him some Megan. I love you with all my heart. The limits. I love you to all the limits. You done held me. You done caressed me in your bosom. I shouldn't laugh. It's a man's life I'm talking about here, y'all. That ain't right, Roxanne. That is not right. But y'all ready to give Jonathan a break? Or is it still fuck Jonathan? Y'all let me know. Next story. All right, and then here's my little segment of things that I peeped. Yes, I did peep that Taraji P. Henson was out there in Bali and visiting your boy Russell Simmons. Now we know that Russell Simmons was given they finally was able to subpoena him. We ain't heard nothing else about it, but I guess Russell still ain't got to come if he's over in Bali and he's being protected over there. But yeah, Taraji was there. I was just like, I guess Taraji was just like, y'all didn't get mad when Babyface was over there. Babyface. Child, y'all didn't get mad when Usher was over there. So, she said she could do the same thing. All right. I also peeped that Tyrese is a damn dumbass. What is wrong with Tyrese, y'all? What is wrong with Tyrese? I mean, who goes to sing the national anthem at the football game dressed up in costume? Not only dressed up in costume, but he's dressed up as Marvin Gaye. I mean, I guess he really thought that he was doing something, you guys, because he done released a video of him getting ready, with the glued on beard and the damn Scully, the beanie that he had on, and he was looking at himself in the mirror like, boy, I'm about to kill him with this one. They ain't even gonna see this one coming. No, we wasn't seeing that one coming, especially since we had just saw him 2 days before. He ain't had a beard the first. Nigga, you went and glued some shit on your face? All just because of what? I mean, I guess in his mind, he thought that this was going to be something bigger than he really thought it was. So he sang the Star Spangled Banner the way that Marvin Gaye sang it. And he looked a fool, child. He just looked a fool. I said, what is wrong with Tyrese? He really has a problem. Tyrese really has a problem. Then I got confused because I was just like, wait, he's supposed to be in the Marvin Gaye movie. And I was like, no, it's supposed to be Teddy Pendergrass. And then I was like, no, Teddy wife shut that shit down. So what is this nigga doing? First, I thought it was like promotion for a movie, but then I was just like, no, he can't do the movie. And it ain't even Marvin Gaye to begin with, child. Somebody get your cousin. Get your cousin. I also peeped that Mark Daly is out there, let some people tell it, okay, defending Kenya. But this nigga wasn't really defending Kenya. He was more so being like, yeah, if I was there, none of that would have went down. Okay. And then, of course, while he's up there complaining about it or trying to big up himself as if he was this protective husband to begin with, nigga, you put Kenya through as much shit as anybody else did. So you want to sit up there and say that Andy Cohen was the snake in chief? Okay, nigga, well, you was in second because you was awful to Kenya too. So he wasn't really defending her to me. He was trying to make it seem like he was just such a protective husband. Oh, I had great experiences there at Real Housewives of Atlanta with everybody that I met except for Andy Cohen. Mark, go away. Go away. I also peeped that there was an earthquake in LA yesterday and ain't nobody from LA called. Like, we so used to, listen, LA people that live in LA, like born and raised, been there all their life, they used to earthquakes. Okay, you know who makes a big deal about earthquakes? The media. My dad was just like, I talked to my dad and he was just like, oh, it wasn't nothing. Because I already told you guys, any earthquake that's not above, it got to be 6.0 or higher, and it has to be closer to LA. I don't know where it was focused, but yeah, nobody seemed to be all that worried about it. Earthquakes, you just sit there, you ride that shit out, and then it's over. It's not like hurricanes or tornadoes where all the devastation just happens. First of all, LA is used to having earthquakes, so all the buildings are earthquake ready. I was like, honey, no, don't wake me up until it's a 6.0 higher. And then lastly, you guys, I said I wasn't doing politics today because I just don't feel like talking about it, but I would be remiss if I didn't talk about that stupid ass YSL talking about how he was in the helicopter with Willie Brown and the helicopter was going down. Okay. However, this was some years ago, and apparently him and Willie Brown had a conversation about Kamala Harris. Now, why would you even be talking about that lady at that point? Okay. he swear he talked to him, and he said some real nasty, foul things about Kamala Harris. Okay, I told him. Turns out Willie Brown was like, I ain't never been in no fucking helicopter with that man. I don't know what he talking about. Obviously, he was in a helicopter with some black man, and he assumed because he thinks we all look alike that he was with me, and he wasn't. Turns out he was with Nate Holder. Okay, Nate Holder was just like, no, we didn't crash. We did have some turbulence in the helicopter. He said, but of course we ain't had no damn conversation about no fucking Kamala Harris. That's what I'm trying to tell you guys. The man is crazy, and he's a liar. Okay, I mean, caught red-handed in the lie this time. You guys, I really think that YSL is talking his own self out of job, child. People is coming out left and right and having a lot to say about him. Okay, y'all saw the Republican, that man just like, we just got to admit to ourselves that YSL is not fit to be in office. Okay, like that's the Republicans for Harris that's out there. So it's, yeah, the tide has turned for sure. People are not afraid to speak out like they used to be, and it's clear that YSL is a fucking lunatic. So it makes me feel good to see that, yeah, people are starting to realize that YSL is just gonna be YSL from here on out. Okay, stupid. Child, let me get on off of here. Everybody is texting me. I gotta get in the office. Okay, we do this every single week, so make sure you thumbs up the video, comment, and subscribe, and make sure you come back. Until next time, Roxstars.